There's a saying out there that says, trust takes years to build and seconds to break and forever to repair. Let me say that quote one more time.
Mhm.
Trust takes years to build, seconds to break, and forever to repair. Wanted you guys to hear that before I discuss this.
And moving in the right direction. It's scary sometimes and hard to want to keep moving in that direction, but I know I'm supposed to.
Steven Twitch Boss's wife, Allison Holker, responding to backlash over revealing her late husband's secret drug battle after many accused her of using his story for a paycheck with her upcoming memoir, This Far.
I realized Steven had addiction problems.
The mom of three opening up about the revelation in an interview with People.
He was wrestling with a lot inside himself and he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings because he didn't want to put it on anyone, because he loved everyone so much. He didn't want other people to take on his pain.
And after all the criticism, Allison's speaking out. On her Instagram story, she says her intention is to help other people so they can catch some of the red flags that I missed before it's too late.
If this is my purpose in the life I am supposed to be living, I have to not only learn the best way I can to accept it and learn to appreciate, but learn to love it, and now learn to move and change others through it.
Adding, I hope that by sharing our full story, maybe I can help someone else who might see themselves or a loved one in Steven.
God doesn't give you things you cannot handle. I'm a firm believer in that.
Allison also shares that all proceeds from the book will go towards funding the mental health focused foundation she started in Twitch's honor, Move with Kindness.
You can't control your life, but learn to be the best self you can, moving through it, walking through it, and hopefully bring people inside with you to walk it with you.
All sounds nice, huh? That's Allison Holker. That's Twitch wife. Rest in peace to Twitch. We all know what happened when he took his own life. With that being said, we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about his previous partner, Allison. And I kind of seen the writing on the walls when I used to talk to people. When she started that dancing show, I think she was on So You Think You Could Dance, or it was some new show that came out that she became one of the judges. And this was like months after he had passed away. And I was like, man, that's pretty quick for a person to jump on TV, everybody healed in their own way. I do have 15 years of mental health experience. I am a certified substance abuse counselor. So I do have understanding. I do have empathy. I do understand addiction if that's what he was going through. With that being said, I don't think this is something that you should come out publicly with. I feel like if you want to start a mental health foundation and you want your book proceeds to go towards that, you can do that. And then you can tell his story within that foundation, but it doesn't need to be a public thing if that was the truth. If you guys have been following this story, Twitch mother is very, very upset at this that this news was brought out. She doesn't believe it. But what really caught my attention is that we have to be very, 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 very aware of who we choose to marry. This is just another reason why men don't open up, why men don't talk about things. Because if you're willing to spread this news on someone who's no longer here to even take up for themselves, just imagine what type of house he was living in when he was alive. If there's no communication to be able to talk about this when he was living, that now you feel you need to come out and help the world. You're not helping anyone, honey. You're harming people. And the reason why I say you're harming people is because you have to understand the impact that this young gentleman had on the world. Sometimes we have to read the room, as they say, and we have to understand how to disclose information. And sometimes you can do that without even using your person, right? Like you could have did a hypothetical movie. You could have did a you could have did anything like and allowed to tell the story. With that being said, what was going on during your marriage that if you knew this was going on, what warning signs did you see? I'm not saying that anybody can prevent anyone from completing suicide. I'm not saying that. I know that for a fact. With that being said, it's better ways to go by educating people. It's better ways of going by showing your love or your compassion than spreading this news out. This is a warning to all men, not just black men, because I know that's what some people are going to look at. Oh, black man married to a white. No, this is a warning for all men. Be very careful of who you choose to call your spouse, because when you're no longer here, that person is pretty much like the sole person who gets to tell your story, to tell your eulogy, get to continue your legacy. So we have to be very, very careful with who do we want to carry our legacy out, who do we want to be able to talk on our behalf. And I just pray for his family. I pray for his mother, who's really taking this very hard. And I pray that you understand, Miss Allison, that what you do to others will happen to you. So hopefully, with your new partner that you're already with, you don't share any secrets with him that he's willing to tell the public when y'all don't work out, if you don't work out. So, with that being said, again, be very aware of who you want to be your spouse. Not all news is good news, and not always telling everyone everything is good either. Everybody now feels like they need to save the world. And sometimes I feel like change, I always tell people change starts at a grassroots level. Changing one person's life could allow that person to then change another person's life, and so on and so on. We don't have to change the world. We don't have to reach millions of people because of our name and try to tell a story. Sometimes it's just starting from the grassroots level. If you really wanted to make a change, there's something called the American Suicide Foundation, the Americans Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Matter of fact, that's AFSP. Great none. This runs fully off of 100% donations, volunteers. That's a great place to go if you're trying to help, if you're trying to heal, if you want to tell your story, if there's something you're trying to produce that can help others. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, AFSP, which is very, very good. I even went through a soul shops where they taught me how to educate the Black community and leaders on suicide within the church. So there's a lot of ways to make change, and it doesn't have to be for the public. So again, prayers and condolences to the Twitch family, man. And I just hope that you know she get what she does, not get what she deserves. I hope that she's going to close any doors that she wanted to close. Hope that she gets what she wants out of this. So, as I always tell everybody, God loves you, which is most importantly. I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Let go.